Hey guys, this is NHSDL6. Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Sword of Seals. Here's the units that I'm going to bring in this chapter. Got 4 of them to promote: Lou, Rutger, Deke, and Alan. You can't promote in the character select screen, unfortunately, like you could in the other Fire Emblems. So you'll have to do it on the actual screen of the playing field screen, sorry. And I'm also, on top of giving Lilina a secret book, I'm going to give her an angelic robe so she actually has some HP to defend herself. I have Wendy selected, brought her along, and Lilina, just for funsies. Now I'm going to go ahead and reorganize the team here. I'm going to be bringing 2 promoted characters per team. So that's how that's going to work. And with that, things should go along smoothly. My 2 promotes for the right side are going to be Lou and Alan, and the north team is going to have Deke and Rutger. And Roy's going to go with the right team, and Wendy is too, and OJ, I believe. Actually, let's see how many I have going on this side. 1, 2, 3. Healers don't count, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna send Ray with the north team. So, that's that. Alright, let's get cracking. This chapter is pretty huge, so. Alright. So here is Zephiel with some shrouded figure. The sprite below him is one we haven't actually seen before. I don't know what that is exactly. But Zephiel is coming after Narshan to see if he had taken care of the job, and finding out that Cecilia was still holding strong with the castle, he demands to actually fight Cecilia himself to take care of the job. But thankfully, Cecilia is still holding strong, but she won't be able to do that for very long. Alright, so things are looking good. Bringing along the halberd is very good for Geese to get rid of all of these guys, which you'll have to fight on the turn after next. They are quite difficult to worry about. Maybe I shouldn't say that. They're difficult to fight. That's for sure. And the northern route, in my opinion, is harder. So try to get to the right side as fast as possible, I guess. Also, don't get any further than the first square of the bridge on your first turn, because that way you won't get hit by the ballista or the mage that's waiting for you. Let's go ahead and use our guiding ring to promote Lou from mage to sage. Lou is pretty good. Lena's actually catching up to him though. In magic, she already has 13 magic at level 10, or level 9, sorry. Her magic growth in this game, I believe, is 75%, so 3 out of every 4 levels she'll get one. Roughly. Excuse me. This chapter is long mainly because of the sheer size. It's pretty gargantuan. Alright, so here's the battle between Zephiel and Cecilia. This is one of the only in-game battles that there is. And he gets a critical on her with his sword Exakis, or Exakis as I like to call it. So he does 87 damage, which is pretty nuts. That's his critical animation, it's pretty cool. He has 70 HP, which is 10 more than the normal HP cap for our characters, which isn't really that fair, but that's part of the challenge of the game, I guess. But thankfully, Cecilia isn't dead, which is much to the delight of Narshan. He wants to do terrible things to her, so. Here come the enemies. The ballista and the 2 ballistae and the archers will be pretty troublesome, as you'll soon find out. And this is Percival. He and the 3 men around him. If you recruit him on turn 8, by turn 8, with Lalum, he will leave and you'll get him, and NPCs will go away with him, but you'll get a Night Crest too. Doing that is very hard and pretty trivial, if you ask me. Alright, so my recommendation for this upcoming turn is to do this. Trade the Lance Reaver, well, if you have it, I guess I should say. I give him the Woe Dow on accident. Trade the Lance Reaver to Rutger, because Rutger can dodge better. Because there is one in every single one of these little packs of Paladins and Cavaliers. There's one over here, and 2 more of them will come up as reinforcements. Almost all of them, I think all of them, one of the Cavaliers has a critical induced weapon. And that will be bad news bears for you and your team, so just be careful. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And hopefully we'll be able to get Alan to promote shortly. Lou is going to make short work of this mage. Alright. Now, I don't recommend giving too much experience to Lou because he is kind of an experience hog, and since he's promoted, he won't be able to do very much with it anyway. Alright. So things are looking good. And let's go ahead and end our turn. Here's a little dialogue between Guinevere and Zephiel. Plays one of my favorite songs. I'll be quiet while you read this. It's a pretty good song. I like it a lot. If there's a reorchestrated version, feel free to point it out to me. I'd like to hear it. And the Fire Emblem is never the same thing in any of the games. The Fire Emblem in this game is the one that's involves the dragons and they're being released and whatnot. Unfortunately, Geese misses. That Axe Reaver Cavalier will almost always go after you. This Cavalier is pretty annoying. I'm pretty sure I've seen him having only 30 HP before, so I don't really know how he got 31 there. But, I don't know. Methinks. And all these archers, it's probably my least favorite part of this. The Ballistae are obnoxious, to say the least. Plus there's a Paladin who will wreak havoc on your team. The sooner you can get to that ballista and kill it, the better. And this chapter is quite long, so it's probably going to get split into 3 parts. Most likely. Trying to record all at once is pretty tough, though. And here's Melody and Guinevere talking about how Guinevere wants to join Roy's side in order to help liberate her brother from being crazy. She just wants to prevent more people from being killed. And on this turn, she, referring to Melody, automatically flies over to you, and she will join your team, which is pretty cool. So all of those various lances that I had will be going to her, so that Melody can come over here and help this team. And I forgot to turn on the animations, which is pretty great. So I will turn on hers immediately. She is one of the best, if not the best, Wyvern Rider in the game. You get 2, so. Alright, I'm gonna let Ray actually come in here and hopefully get rid of this guy with the Killer Lance, so that everybody else can focus on killing the rest of their enemies. Very nice. I've actually tried to work through this chapter numerous times. It's quite tough to record, especially all at once. I'm gonna adjust my headset a little bit. It's making my head hurt. And that wasn't a very good level up. Alright, and hopefully Wrecker will kill this guy. I can hope. Come on. If he gets a critical now. That's what usually happens to me. He'll get a critical on the second turn when I don't need it, instead of the first where I do. That's just what happens. That's part of life. And that's always a helpful thing when Lena's able to get a good attack in like that. And I'm going to trade back the Wodao for the Lance Reaver to... Oh boy. Oh boy. Fortunately, Deke's not fast enough to... Oh, and he misses too. That's handy. 95% chance that he misses. Gonna use Clarine to get Lena out of there. But nothing is saying that we are gonna survive the next turn, that's for sure. Alright. So hopefully Alan will kill this guy. Yes, he does. With critical. Nice. See, I miss on a 95% chance to hit, but then I get a critical on a 1% chance. Some of the things in this game just baffle me. I don't understand why they happen. And I wish they wouldn't happen this way either. Alright. And Roy is the one who's going to be able to kill this archer instead of OJ. That makes complete sense. Oh boy. Alright, I don't know if... I'm gonna heal up Deke. Hopefully Ray doesn't get killed in this little mess. We'll see how things happen. And the dragons from Nabata, the ones that were living in peace with humans before, are still there apparently. The ones that they sealed up after the last game, I don't know how they got out, but we'll find out. Alright, this is a pretty tense moment here. Pretty sure Ray's gonna get double attacked here, unless this paladin misses. Oh, really? Wow. Well, that is good news for sure. And OJ's hanging in there. Very nice. Hopefully we can get rid of these Ballistae, and archers. They are the bane of my existence. Cannot stand them. It's usually my prime objective is just to get rid of them as soon as possible because of how obnoxious they are. I'm surprised we actually made it to this chapter. Usually in this game, though, the chapters where I barely make it through are the ones that I enjoy myself the most, so... Man, that's annoying. Alright. And this music is also quite good. I like this as well. And this young purple-haired girl looks like she should be in Sailor Moon or something. She is a character that we will find out more about later. All we will learn for now is that her name is Sophia. She's from Arcadia, which, if we remember, that's where Athos is from. So that's fun. Okay. So we've got some killing to do. Alrighty. So I'm trying to debate who I want. I'm debating who I want this kill to go to. But I do need to get rid of this healer right here. Healers are very tough to kill for the most part, and they're pretty obnoxious. Unless you have a weapon with good hit rating, and your character has good skill. Probably gonna give to Rutger, to be honest. Well, first I'll let Ray exact some revenge. Hopefully he will. On this paladin for what he did to him. I'm surprised Ray didn't get double attack, though. Either this paladin is really slow, or Ray just got magically quicker. Who knows? But that was a good level up, skill and speed. I like it. I'm going to release Lena here. The next few turns is when she'll be able to actually use some of those items I gave to her. And thankfully, Rutger takes down the paladin with ease. Gets a good amount of experience. Alright. I'm going to send Melody over here. She will become more important eventually when the reinforcements show up, and trust me, they will. But now we've got a bit of a mess on our hands here. We've got to get rid of all of these obnoxious characters. I'm going to use some more Light Brand. Be sure to heal OJ. Now, I was thinking is that if he got a strength point and all the rest of his level ups, I'd consider using him. But obviously that didn't happen, so he's just going to be a support character from here on out. Fortunately, I wish that was not the case, because he is pretty decent, but he did not turn out the way that I would have liked to have seen. So that's where he will stay. Gonna pull Lou over here to do some support damage on this paladin. That way we can have Alan come in and kill him, because Alan needs to get to level 20 very soon. And this is the best way that I can think of. Alright. Although this won't get him there. Well, maybe it will. I was surprised. I didn't think he would get 35 experience points. That was okay. Last but not least, let's just use the rapier. Oh, critical, huh? Excuse me, that's what I like to see. This is actually a pretty good Roy. He's a lot stronger than I thought. Look at that. That's pretty even stats if I ever saw some. And I'll keep Merlinus with this crew down here. Alright. There shouldn't be too many more cutscenes, so you won't have to worry about that. And hopefully Lou doesn't get attacked too much more, because I want to spread the experience around. Not just give it all to him. That is not my planning at all. Definitely want to spread it around. Spread it around. I'm gonna get rid of the sniper too. Hopefully Lou doesn't actually kill him. He probably will. Fortunately. And he does so with the critical, so I guess I can't be too upset. I do like that animation a lot, so That was alright. You have to kill a promoted enemy when you're promoted in order to get what you need.